forward.
The success that this car's had, it's actually surreal. Like, I remember being that kid that walked through MotorEX, seeing those cars jacked up and they got the undercarriage painted and thinking to myself, well, how did they do that? To actually owning one and taking out all the big awards in Australia, it's overwhelming sometimes. My name is John, I'm from Ryde, New South Wales, and this is my Mazda RX3. The first car I ever owned was a 1977 Mazda 323. I was still at school, my brother was a mechanic. We rocked up to the guy's house, knocked on his door to the shop and said, do you want to sell the car? And then he's like, yeah. We said, how much? He goes, how much money do you have in your pocket? Literally had $70, he goes, take it. So we literally got it started, we drove it home for $70. It just looked like a car that was just burnt. The car actually had like a $2,500 stereo in it. So the stereo is worth a lot more than the whole car. Well, at a young age, I was all about Ford GTs. You know, there's no other car that I cared about. Then I think I was maybe the age of 15 or 16, my brother Michael took me to my first Forza rotary nuts. And just like that one day turned me into just all about rotaries. I had an RX2 that I built and driving one day, the back wheel fell off and the car caught fire. So I pretty much just looking at the car on the side of the road and the whole car just went up in flames, pretty much lost the whole car. You know, at that stage I was like, that's it, I'm done with the rotaries. Don't want to know about them, don't want nothing, so I ended up buying a WRX. Then after a little bit, I was just like, nah, I need to get back into rotaries and start building the RX3. When I first got the car, I would nearly say it was mint. Like it was a kind of car you can just jump in and you can drive it, and it was a head turner. I'm the kind of person that I like to think outside the box. Anything that came out of factory, the way it came out, to me, it's not a muscle car or a modified car unless you put your touch to it. The reason why I chopped the car up and did what I did to the car, that's my concept of how the car should be, because that's how I like the car. The way that the car worked, it worked all around the wheels. So from there, it was just like a process. With the car, what we've done to it is pretty much from front to back, everything's been modified. Front suspension's all an A-arm suspension, nothing off the shelf that's just bolted in. Everything's been custom made. The front's tubbed, it's got a full chassis. The back of it's got full tubs with a 4-link in it. It's got a modular diff. The diff fin is actually out of a top fueler. It doesn't have the 3,000 horsepower that a top fueler does, but for me it was all about the look. I wanted something completely different. Front nose cone and the guards, there's no bolts from inside. Everything's from underneath. Even the bonnet opens the reverse way, just so it shows I can open the bonnet and everybody can see what's done to the engine bay. Driveline wise, it's got a 13B turbo in it, which is mild ported with the engine, just had a standard rotary in it, standard 12A when I got it. That's gone, it's got a 13B turbo in it. It makes about just under 400 horsepower at the rear wheels, which is more than enough for a little small car like that. Gearbox in it is a C4. It's got 16-inch wheelwood brakes all around. The brake on is actually the upgrade from an F250 in the States. But you know, I just wanted to go for that real big look and just make the car look ridiculous. Interior-wise, everything in the interior has been handmade. Seats, dash, floors. There's hardly anything on this car that's just been bought and bolted on. The car was originally white. The color that is now, it's actually a custom blend. So we went off the House of Colour Galaxy Grey. So Danny from Custom Bodyworks and Owen Webb, they sat down and they mixed up this colour for me. And a lot of people don't realise that the car's actually two-tone. The top of it is 25% darker than the bottom. Having my brother Michael with me and his workshop we've overcome so much little hiccups with the car, like when we first trying to get the car started, then you know, just that little oil leak, had to take the engine out, just little bits and pieces that we had to do to get where we are today. Like without my brother there, getting his hands dirty and helping me, and like there's some deadlines we wouldn't have ever made. Well, the first car show was MotorEX in Melbourne in 2014. So that's where the car got unveiled. It's the first time anybody had seen it. We had some success, qualified for Superstars for 2015. Between MotorEX and Summernats, I pretty much fixed everything on the car, and we went to Summernats and pretty much took out everything. Went for Grand Champion, but wasn't meant to be because my alternator stopped charging, so I couldn't do the driving events, so I had to pull out. But I did win Top Judge Elite. Brought the car home, got the car ready for MotorEX for 2015, hoping to get the big one, and we did. We won the big one, won pretty much the biggest honour you can get at MotorEX. And to say that I actually drove the car home, my panel beater / painter
Danny from FATRX3 was having heart failures, worried that I was going to get it scratched. And after that, we went back to Summernats again at the beginning of this year, 2016. Won Top Judge Elite again, so I won it 2 years in a row, which is a big accomplishment in my eyes anyway. And went for Grand Champion and we won it. They're the two main awards that the car's won, and to me it's the two biggest awards you can win in Australia's MotorEX and Summernats Grand Champion. It's surreal because I'm no longer the guy looking into the circle, I'm actually in the circle. Now I can just relax and just enjoy the car and drive the car. Probably about 4 years ago, I bought my first V8, my XY, black XY with the number plates FATRX3. And yeah, and from then, I haven't turned back. As much as I love my RX3, I'm a V8 boy at heart right now. When we won Top Judge Elite and I rang my mum and told her one, and she started crying, so happy for me. It's like, I was fighting the tears back because it's like, there's nothing better than having my family and friends around me when we succeed in winning whatever we win. Like, when I win, they win.